You know what, Karen?
What?
I have just enough childhood trauma to make me funny. Alright. Hey you guys, thank you for coming back to Sis N Giggles. This is officially episode 8. And we are going to be talking about childhood trauma. Mm-hmm. Yes, childhood trauma.
That comes with drama.
That comes with drama, but it's not going to be too heavy. I have a lot of funny stories that I want to tell. And maybe you can relate. So Karen, please tell us what we're drinking today. So we are not eating, we are drinking.
We're drinking because it's been that kind of day. And also, like, don't you need a little whiskey when you talk about your childhood trauma?
Of course.
Okay,
cheers. Perfect. Cheers.
Alright, so we are... Damn, I had a name for this drink and everything. I meant to come tell you and then I forgot.
Oh my God.
It was a play on words with peach.
Eat that ass. I don't know.
Wipe the basil off your lip. I'm sure you're used to... I'm playing.
Wow. Okay. Let me check.
I would just call this, for lack of a better word, pretty peach. So this is a peach whiskey and basil drink that I made.
And it's damn good.
It's pretty tasty, I will say. Got a little lemon juice in there, a little agave. Okay, cheers up.
Cheers. Thank you.
What they say in Mexico, you're supposed to look
we're not taking a shot.
We aren't, you're right. Alright.
So
tell me about your trauma, Kecia.
My trauma is actually kind of funny.
It's a safe space.
No, he said that last time you was talking about me and my big back behaviors. But so, my childhood trauma. So everybody has different levels and experiences that happen in their childhood, and then it actually took me to think about this topic to look at some stuff that happened to me and just kind of circle back and be like, damn, that was traumatic for me. So I'm gonna start off with something funny. One of the biggest things that I remember from my childhood, and one of the funniest things, I had this auntie. My mom came from a really big family, so I had this auntie, and I didn't know what was wrong with her or what was happening. I just knew that she scared me, and whenever she would come to the house, she would like bang on the walls.
Why she scared you?
I'm about to tell you. She would like bang on the walls, bang on the door, and I see it in my child now. Like, I don't like loud noises. I could be at the bakery and the mixers are rolling, and I can't take it at the wall. I have to like turn them off. So I don't like loud noises. I'm very scary. So she would come and bang on the window and bang on the door and bang on whatever, and I would hide under the bed. And this is when they used to have those iron beds. So you know the part that the mattress goes on is iron, so your hair gets caught in the mattress.
Still have an iron bed, by the way.
Oh my God. Okay, tell them to get rid of that. But
when how, Mama?
I love you, Miss Kathy. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Okay. But anyway, when I got older, I realized she was an alcoholic. And that just was the way that she acted out. And my mom used to always make fun of me, like, your auntie could come get you. Why do people do that? Like, if you know I'm afraid of something, why do you make me extra afraid?
I don't know if it's like that generation. Because, like, I don't want to do that to my child either. Like, the whole threatening them with stuff that they, like,
are clearly afraid of.
Yeah, like, I don't have a child now, but I wouldn't want to do that to my kid.
No, I was afraid of this woman. And then the older I got, the more I realized she was funny as fuck. My auntie was funny. Man, one time she fell out of rolling. She fell out of a car. Like, the car was driving and she rolled out. But, she was good, you know?
Yeah.
She was real good. Okay. She was funny. I love her. I miss her. No disrespect to the rest of my family member, but she was one of my childhood traumatic things that when I grew up, I was like, man, she fine.
Yeah.
I was just scared.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. A little banging on the window. A little here and there. Yeah.
Was she just like drunk banging on the
I
window?
think she just was drunk.
Okay. Okay.
But I love her.
Because I still didn't understand why she just...
Just bang on the window. And she just, and she's always call my mama, that red.
Oh, my.
It was a term of endearment.
You weren't that yellow?
No, I was definitely that yellow. My mama, you know, was like,
were you the yellow?
No, my
Your
mama.
mama was the red.
No, she ain't cursed me. I was too young.
Okay. That was nice.
I mean, yeah, I would think so, right?
She had boundaries.
She had boundaries. She would give you her last. She was a great cook. She like when I look at her, she looks just like she looked just like my grandmother. But she passed. But like I said, she was fun. I remember we went on a trip together. I don't know why my mama thought it was okay for me to be 13 and go to Virginia with my auntie she was still drinking at the time. I was the adult. It was rough, man. It was rough.
Did you have fun?
So what's the next subject?
This drink is really
really good, right?
Oh my God, yes. I really want to drink it real fast.
I will probably drink it as soon as you start talking. I'm like, go. I mean,
that's how I've been sleeping.
So tell me something about your childhood trauma.
Oh, where do I start? Jeez.
Damn. What was Kathy doing to you in that house?
I just feel like I had a lot going on. We had a lot going on. So, one traumatic memory that comes to mind is the night that my daddy, he was having a dream, y'all, and he had a dream that water moccasins had got him.
The snakes?
The snakes.
Okay. And
my dad did plant work, so a lot of shift work. So a lot of nights he would just sleep like in the reclining chair, like he'd fall asleep there after he ate. Mm-hmm. So me and my mama were in our room. I say our room.
I feel like this is the place.
I didn't have my own room. I was sleeping in the room with her.
Okay.
And so
that explains a lot.
Yeah, that's why I love my space now. Okay. Like I didn't have my own room. Like truly until I was probably 15.
That's why Kathy is so Kathy.
Yeah. And I mean they made like little they put a day bed in our like quote unquote toy room / computer room /
Wait, y'all had a toy room / computer room and you had your own room?
No. Cause it didn't have real doors. It had those like shutter doors on both sides. So it was no real privacy. But they put a bed in there for me. But if somebody wanted to play or use the computer,
I mean that's better than being in your parents' room.
I mean it is. That's why once I got like a little older, I went to their room.
Okay.
But anyways, I mean to my room. Yeah. My room. But yeah, so anyways, I was in my mom's room at this time and we were up, I don't know what we were doing, but all of a sudden we heard like this big loud noise. And my mom, from her childhood trauma, shorty sleeps with a knife under her side of the mattress.
Come on, Kathy.
So she grabbed her knife and she's like, stay here. She's like, no matter what you hear, like no matter what noise goes on, she's like, keep this door locked and closed.
Come on,
she
Kathy.
was like, she gave me the phone or whatever. I don't even remember. My sister might have been in her room. She might have told my sister to lock her door. I don't remember what it was.
Question, not to bring it back on this room situation. Why didn't you sleep in a room with your sister?
We tried that.
Okay, continue.
We tried that. Yeah. But anyways, so my mom like, I guess goes in the front. Long story short, the recliner flipped over with my dad in it.
Okay.
And his foot was like tangled in the reclining part.
So that's the water moccasins?
That's the water moccasins.
Okay.
So, but that was traumatic for me because one, it was the first time I really saw my daddy hurt.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do. Like I laughed because I didn't know what to do. I didn't understand what was happening. Like we had to call our neighbor to like help us. My mama had pulled the knife out from underneath the bed.
She was ready to...
Right? And I was just like, what is going on in this house? Like my mama walking down the hallway with a knife. My daddy moaning and groaning in the living room. We call him...
How did his foot...
Girl, I don't know.
Was he sleepwalking?
No, he was asleep in the chair, but I guess when he jumped up or something with the water moccasins. some kind of way his foot ended up like it got fucked up in the reclining parts.
Interesting.
But yeah, that was traumatic for me because yeah, it brought a lot to light. I was like, dang, my mama sleeps with a knife.
What happened? Who hurt you?
Right, and that's why I said from her childhood trauma, which I don't know. I really want to know that. Like, what made you? And she's always been like that. Like, she's the type that will, to this day, buy me like pepper spray.
Oh yeah, I feel like your mom's like that movie Black Cake off, what is it, Amazon, Hulu or something. Hulu. Like, she has to die and leave a letter in the cake. First of all, you being extra because you left a letter in the cake, or was it a cassette? It was something inside of the cake in the refrigerator. Yeah, that's the only way that you would have to figure out what happened to Kathy. And I don't think that they, did certain things out of malicious and like, I'm going to be traumatic to my child. Yeah. But it was just like something happened and it just stuck with you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And there are I told my mama some of the stuff that they did to me when I was a kid. And it was like, oh my God. There's nothing wrong with you. You'll be fine. Right. It's all right. Just brush it off. One thing, and this is not traumatic. It was funny. So I had a gap when I was young. Mm-hmm. That's why I speak with a list. I know somebody's going to comment, you have a list, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I know I have a list. And I remember one Christmas, I was putting up decoration and my dad came out and I was like standing behind him trying to like joke, trying to scare him. This mother turned around and I smiled. He was like, fall into the gap.
That is messed up.
So if you cannot take a joke in my family, I feel sorry for you. Like, dang. My feelings weren't hurt.
Right.
But it was funny as like, right. Really, Dad? Really?
Fall into the gap. Damn.
And then that year I got braces because what you not gonna do is play with me. Oh. Yeah, and that's probably why I have a teeth thing. Like, what your smile look like? Man. We just talked about like 2 episodes ago, like hygiene. What does your smile look like? And another thing is, let's see.
I feel like I got options for you. Like, I'm gonna just run down my list and ask you what you want more details about.
Cool. Go ahead.
I mean, run down yours first.
Okay. So I have my trusty dusty. I'm always. I have to be.
Okay. Come on.
Because my memory is shot. Like. That's why I can't lie to people, because if you ask me something, the same question on a different day, I'm stuck. So what I have is, let's see, the family members you can't let into your house when your parents are home. Okay. So I had some family members that went to jail. I had a family member that stole earrings out my ear.
Not out your ear.
Out my ear.
Oh.
Poor baby. I was like, how old were you? I probably was like 6, 7.
You didn't even know what was happening.
Didn't know what was happening. But my daddy went and got my earrings. Yeah. Yeah, so that's like one of the cousins that you can't, if I ain't home, you ain't home. Don't let them in my house. I have, being afraid of the dark and your parents scaring you type of situation. Or telling you, oh, you can't put your foot out because they're going to pull your toes. What is that? Where does that come from? I don't know you got told that before.
Not pull my toes.
You never got told pull the toes?
No.
Like when you're sleeping in the bed and you like kind of let your foot out, they always say, "Oh, your grandmother gonna pull your toes." You've never heard that?
No.
Maybe that's a down. I mean, you down south, but maybe that's like a. I wasn't. People never say that.
They might.
Oh Jesus!
I don't remember my people telling me that.
My parents used to tell me that. Okay, whatever. Visiting elderly relatives or an old folks home. So I had 2 grandmothers by the time I was of age to remember what was going on. And then my grandmother, she wasn't in an old folks home, but she was in her house. But I never knew what was going on. She was, kind of sick when I got old enough to remember stuff. And she had, I think that was a sister or her cousin that used to live with her, like an older person, and I never knew what was wrong. It was just weird. Like, it was like machines and I don't know. Like, I just was scared. Like, why are we scared of older people? Like, why are we, like, you're young and you're scared of old people?
Yeah, I don't know. I have a story to tell you about that too.
I'm listening.
Oh, finish your list, girl.
Okay.
Look, I want to know about all your trauma.
Okay. And I don't know, it was just always weird. Like they were always with older people. Like, what you chewing? Just chewing. Like, what are you chewing? What are you chewing? Okay, maybe that's just. I was always afraid of older people going to old folks' home. I don't know, whatever. Not being home by the street lights. So that's something that kids don't understand these days. But the street lights were the curfew.
That traumatized you?
You girl, I got my ass beat if I went home.
Okay, got you.
What you mean?
Oh, I remember this one whipping I got. I didn't get a lot of whippings, but this one whipping I got, I don't even remember what I did. All I know is my mama had me with one arm,
Jesus.
and I was running, girl, like, but around her in circles because she had my arm.
God. Mama's strength is something serious. Let me tell you, my mama got to the point where, so I'm the tallest person in the family. I'm 6 feet. My sister's probably like 5'9" My mom's probably like 5'8".
Chris only 5'9"?
She like 5'10". Chris like 5'10". I'm taller than her though.
Really?
Yeah, I'm the tallest one. So she was like, I can't beat you big bitches up no more. I can't whip you. Her aim at throwing shoes, throwing phones, throwing remotes was ridiculous. Like she will whack. I'm like, goddamn. And to say my mama is smaller than us, she is strong. When she mad, baby.
Yeah. That
baby.
angry strength be coming out.
That's that crazy strength.
Yeah.
Like, sister.
Some click.
Yeah.
Whole new muscle.
Whole new muscle. And I hate why you getting your ass beat when they be like, this is hurting me more than it hurts you.
No, it's not. It's not. Everyone she wouldn't be doing it. It's not.
It's not. Because when I can't sit down tomorrow and you is fine sleeping and I'm crying, plotting on how I'm gonna run away. Because I hate y'all.
Did you plan on running away?
Girl, I plotted on running away. My ass ain't going nowhere.
Yep, same.
I ain't never thought about it.
I think the most I did was a walk around the block.
I ain't even do that. I ain't do that. Trisha was something serious. Let me tell you, girl, look for, and then all of our rooms was upstairs. I don't see how people was sneaking people in and out their house, like through the window.
Yeah, I never did that.
No.
I had a downstairs house and I still didn't understand.
We had upstairs. My dad worked shift work. Ain't never sleep. He could hear a frog humping outside.
Yeah.
What's that?
Right.
What's that?
Superpower.
But he would be like dead ass sleeping, snoring, shaking the house. What's that? It's the air conditioner kicking off. What are you talking about?
Go sleep, sir.
So I never tried sneaking somebody in the house when the parents were home.
Yeah.
Privacy was not even a thing. Like, okay, so I know it's a generational thing. My daughter is 3. She has privacy. Like, if she wants to go in her room, she can go in her room. I didn't get privacy until I was like 20-something years old. Why are you closing the door?
Yeah.
You don't pay no bills here.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't no closed door.
Baby, no closed doors, no locked doors.
No lock. Oh, my God. Not a locked door.
Child.
I think my parents would have taken the door off the hinges before I could lock a door.
Yeah. I feel like my mama once, like,
did it?
Broke in the door.
Wow.
When I locked it.
I hope you weren't taking the shit out of the shower.
No, I don't remember what I was doing.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like she's finagled her way into a locked door before, like when I was mad or something.
Yeah, I think, you know, and I was talking to my sister about this, about like whippings in general. Like, I hate when people say, you shouldn't whoop your child, it's child abuse, blah, 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 whatever. It's, you know, generational situation, whatever. I myself don't see the need to whoop your child at this point in time. I think that, you know, when you think about it, Jim Crow and slavery and all that wasn't that far off, so they saw violence and that got a response that they, you know, the person that they got. So they were just repeating what they saw, and it kind of just broke down into what they put into their children. I think over time, how we process things and we're more educated on things, like that's not as big. You know, corporal punishment isn't as big as a thing nowadays with newer parents than it was back then, because I can, and every child is different, right? You might need to beat their ass for them to understand, but my child, if you talk to her too loud, she's gonna start crying.
Yeah.
And you know, you just have to know your child. And
so whipping her would be traumatic.
It would be traumatic. Like, first of all, Brian would be like, "Don't whip my child." It's
No, it's not, Keisha.
But I wouldn't whip her. Like, I know, like, you know, you have to take things from them. Not like technology is a big thing. Like,
I was gonna tell you, I feel like these days taking an iPad from a child is gonna be way more effective than like whooping them. Yeah,
because I see in my sister, you could beat her. Like, my mom and dad would like beat her, and she would just stone face you.
Man, our
like,
sisters are the same.
Yeah, like, I'm not
my
gonna let
cry,
you.
Though, I ain't gonna lie.
No,
she would cry
after the fact, but I'm not gonna let you see that you're getting the best of me.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm about to cry. If I cry, I mean, it stop faster, right?
Oh, that was like, look, not boo-hoo.
This hurt, girl. Look,
listen. I was definitely the soft child.
Hey, I'm the soft child.
Yeah, I'm the soft child. I'm the one that be caring about like what my mama and daddy gonna think, like how they gonna feel, like. But my sister, she be like, this is my life. I'm living it. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm gonna suffer the consequences.
Yeah, I think I got older and realized she was the let's try it and see what happens. And I was like, I see you jazz me for that one. Yeah. I'm not going to do that. So she was more of the outspoken one. I was the sneaky one. Like, I'm going to sneak and do what I want to do. Because I'm going to get my ass beat. Let's just be real. Like,
who wants that?
You fighting the battle for what, sis? What are you doing? Another thing, childhood trauma, which loops back into privacy. Like, I feel like I never really had too much privacy, so I call myself trying to keep a journal. Why?
Child, I know your mama was all up and through that. All your business, your secrets.
I was in high school, and I told you I'm Batman. I had this sixth sense, like, I'm gonna get my ass beat when I get home. Like, I legit sat in class, I was like, something ain't right. I can feel it in my spirit. Something ain't right, man. Like, I just felt like it's gonna be a bad day.
Dang.
And I was at a Catholic school.
Dang.
And my mom had to pick me up from school.
She had that look on her face.
Girl, when I got in that car, that journal was in the front seat. I said,
see, the kids today don't have to like, I mean, they still have to worry about that stuff, but ours was so easily accessible. Like,
I call myself hiding under the bed, and it was my fault because I'm gonna clean my room, right? And I'm gonna clean Bradley's room when she get older. But if I read your journal, I'm not gonna tell you I read it. I just know where at. Mental note, I know where it's at. If something going on with my child, I'm gonna go back and be like, what's happening? I'm not gonna be like, the f is this?
Yeah.
Because now you know I'm invading your privacy.
Yeah.
And I got my ass beat.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, who is this? And what is this? And what are you doing? Mind you, in high school, a lot of hormones was hormoning.
Yeah.
Like, I touchy-feely, you know, what's happening. And I just felt like, well, can't keep that no more.
Yeah.
And then I think what it does is it kind of closed the communication gap between me and my parents. Like, I can't talk to you about certain things if this is how you're going to react.
Yeah.
And I want that, now that I'm a mother, I want that open relationship to be like, hey, I saw or I feel like something's going on. Do you want to talk about it? Versus, who is this and what is this and blah, blah, blah. And can't wait till your daddy get home.
Yeah.
That is a traumatic statement.
Yes. I feel like a lot of that generation, they were so big on like control and keeping you like in that box. And I mean, I think it was out of love and protection, right?
And it was.
But like a lot of it was just like centered around control. Like I know with me, like everything, even still to this day, a lot of stuff is like, oh, you're coming across as disrespectful just because my opinion is different, or how I view something is different, or the way I approach something is different, because it was about control. Yeah. Oh Lord.
Okay.
What else you got?
I have.
She still got more.
I have. Ooh, this is just a little bit. Okay, so I have being in someone's house when they mama not home. Like, you can go and visit your little friends or go do what you gotta do.
What happened there, friend?
Girl got punched in the back of the head one time.
Dang.
And you know what? I was following my sister because you know, as a sister, you can't. What, you dropped it? No. What?
Condensation hit my stomach.
Oh my God.
I got my stomach out.
Mm.
Hi, girl.
I'm a cold girl. I got a hoodie
And
on.
girl, well.
Anyway, so being a sibling, if one of y'all doing something, the other one doing it too. You can't leave your sibling, your sister. So I couldn't leave my sister. Like I can't leave my sister. So she in dirt. Fuck me in dirt too.
Punched in the back.
And we was by her friend. When their mama wasn't home and I got punched in the back of the head. I told mama the story this the other day. I said, Mom, you remember when you punched me in the back of the head? She said, But y'all deserve
They
it.
don't never remember it.
I'm like, girl. And she said, how I did it? I said, well, since you're shorter than me, you have to go up.
Damn.
Like, you punched me up. I was like, man. I was like, this
Not
ain't
the
even.
uppercut.
Right. Like, this ain't even my friends. What are we doing?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Like, I got in some trouble just because I didn't want to leave my sister's side. And I wouldn't change it because I'm my sister's keeper.
Yeah.
And some shit I ain't deserving my ass with, but we here.
Yeah.
We are here. And if I have another child, I would want them to be like that with their sibling.
That's nice. Me and Crystal were not like that at all.
Okay.
We weren't. We're 6 years apart, and I just think like.
Oh, that's a big ass difference.
Yeah, like at that age, right? Because like.
I didn't know y'all were 6 years apart.
We're
just
6 years apart. So we didn't really have like we were just on two completely different
Stages of life.
Yeah. You know, like I'm still in elementary school when she's in high school.
Graduating high school.
So it's just like we didn't have too much of that. Like you have to take your sister here with you. Like every now and then it would happen, but it wasn't often.
I didn't date in high school because when Crystal started dating in high school, I was already dating her boyfriend. So we was all dating together. It was like
Girl,
the Three Stooges. We
weak.
were the Three Stooges forever. Like, and he didn't have a problem. He was like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. And I wasn't that needy sister. Like, oh, let's do this. I was chill. Like, if you and your boyfriend was with sometime, I'm okay sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
Or like, if y'all want to do whatever, I'm gonna sit here.
Yeah.
And then when it got to a point where, like I said, you know, when we moved into college, he lived with us.
Yeah.
It was more so like, who fits in our circle? Like, you two are my people.
Yeah.
What person is going to fit into this dynamic?
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with it, but they probably was like, you know, I ain't got to get to know like the dad. I got to get to know like the sister boyfriend.
Right.
And that's kind of how it was. Like, Crystal was my mama and Jerry was like the dad type.
Yeah.
That's why I go under the sofa. I mean, cop the bed when So yeah. All right, moving on. Let's see what else I have. Well, I have whoopings. So my daddy had this specific belt to whoop our ass with.
Not a specific one.
He got it from work, and it had a diamond in the buckle. I wasn't stupid enough to throw away the buckle, so I just threw away the belt. I took the buckle off the belt and threw it back. Cause you're not gonna whoop my ass with this thick ass belt.
Now he got left is a buckle.
I kept the diamond. What you want from me? I ain't stupid. But you're not gonna whoop me with this belt.
Damn.
I threw that belt away. Dad, if you're listening,
I was about to say.
I'm sorry you had to find out this week. I threw that belt away.
Good for you.
Yeah, woman
Stand up for
empowerment.
yourself,
Because
yes.
that was my ass, not yours. Okay. And the last thing that I have that's kind of like not a parent trauma thing, but like school / adolescent / I hope that never happens to me, period pants.
I was just about to say that. When you said that, I went straight to this moment when I was in middle school and started my period.
Yeah, period pants.
Yeah. Ooh, what was your story?
I actually had period pants.
Like several?
Just one.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit was so embarrassing.
I've had period pants as an adult.
As an adult, I feel like you can deal with it. Like, it's normal. It happens. But as a child, like, as, you know, just starting out, and we need to normalize. Maybe it wasn't like the privacy, we don't talk about this thing.
Yeah.
It was like, period was this big taboo. So when you had it, it was like, oh my God. And then people were like when it happened, I felt like nobody helped me or told me what was going on.
Nobody told me what to do for real.
Yeah, it was kind of like, oh.
You started your period.
No, well, you know, I ain't gonna say that. My mama did tell me what happened, but like when the period mishap happened at school, I was like, it's just, you know, it's blood, but it was like, oh, you had this on your pants. But I'm gonna tell you, it only took me one time. When my period comes out, I have a pen
panties,
panty liners, double had on the tights on top of the drawers. You ain't gonna never catch me slipping again. And when I started wearing tampons, because I didn't start wearing tampons until I was in high school, because I was like, how can I get a tampon up there?
I didn't start wearing tampons until I was like for real in college.
Girl, look, yeah, it was like I was wearing them a little bit in high school and then for real in college. Mm-hmm. But whenever I did wear them in high school, I would have a tampon, a pad, some drawers, and some bloomers, and I carried around some extra drawers.
This
some
girl
extra
said bloomers.
Girl, bloomers, yes. Some tight, some spandex drawers on top of the drawers. I remember that feeling, and I do not ever want to have that feeling again. So yeah, that's my traumatic stories.
Damn. Yeah, my period pants. I remember I was in middle school. It was during gym, and I was like so traumatized by my period. Like, I really wanted to be in ballet. Like in high school, because I went to like a performing arts school.
Oh, you fancy.
But I was like, I'm gonna have to put a tampon in, because I can't be in them tights with a big ass pad.
Like, she got a moose knuckle.
Right. And so I dead ass did not do ballet because I was like scared of my period.
That's crazy.
I know. But when I was in middle school, I remember like, I don't remember if I was just starting it or I was just new to having it, but I definitely got period pants. It was like right before gym, and like I remember I had to take my pants off, wash them in the sink because like nobody was really helping me. I think there was one girl that like offered me a pad, but like it was so bad and I was so embarrassed, and I was like, never again. Yeah.
So I used to call my mom to tell her I was sick to come pick me up from school, and she got slick slide with it. She'd be like, okay, I'm coming. And mind you, my mom was a hairdresser, so she could have left work whenever she wanted to. She was like, okay, I'm coming. An hour passed. I called back again. She'd be like, I'm coming. 2 hours. She'd be like, well, it's after lunch now. You can just catch the bus home. If your kids call you, please go pick them up. And then after period pants, whenever I would call, be like, hey, you know, my cycle started, I need some stuff. Would just drop me off some pads. Deuce out. Okay, that's enough about me. So what about you? Yeah. What else is traumatic for you?
I'm gonna just roll off some like funny moments, I guess, or like traumatic funny moments. The memory I have, probably the youngest memory I have. You remember Ryan's?
Yes.
With the good rolls?
The good rolls.
Ooh, the rolls was rolling.
Yeah.
Baby, we used to go to Ryan's a lot for like just when we were eating as a family and stuff. And I remember I was a little girl. I probably was maybe like 4, like super young. And there was this waitress at Ryan's that was like just tall as, at least to me. Like, but no, 4? She was tall because she was taller than the men that were around. I remember that. She was a tall lady. But you know, I'm just playing. I'm a kid, like whatever. And I just remember she was like trying to, I guess, come play with me. And all I remember is like turning around, seeing this big, huge, tall woman like reaching down for me. And it just felt like the Crypt Keeper was coming for me. And I remember I was like, and I just took off running because I was so scared. I don't know why that was so traumatic for me, but like I was scared, girl. I was like, who is this big woman trying to come take me?
I wonder if that's how kids feel when I be like, oh, come here, baby.
I don't know. She was like, you know,
NBA size, WNBA size?
Probably. Oh. And then like, you know, Ryan's used to have their little weird uniforms with the vest and all of that.
They had ties, didn't they?
Yeah. But yeah, that was one of the earliest memories I have of being scared.
That's funny. Okay.
There was a time my daddy accidentally set me on fire.
What? That should have been the first thing that you said. I'm allergic. I'm afraid of fire.
Okay, it wasn't like a fire.
Okay.
But my jacket got burnt up. We were outside doing fireworks.
Uh-huh.
He He shot that firework right into me. My jacket started smoking.
Not
it was
smoking.
like, cause you know, it was all the little, like, it was cold outside, so I had on one of those like
Polyester.
bubble, kind of polyester
like
joint.
the cotton shit. That
Yeah.
surprised you at Ignite and boof.
Same. He worked real quick because he got that jacket off me so fast, but the jacket had a big old like burnt hole
He
in
wasn't
it.
worried about that fire. You thinking about what your mama was gonna do to him if your ass would have came home burnt. He was like, oh, Kathy.
I remember that. That was scary. So we had. It was one of our relatives. She is technically like our cousin, but she raised my dad. But like, yeah, she pretty much raised my dad. Like my dad stayed with her for a lot of his life. Because she moved in with them like even after my parents got married. So we always had T there. T was blind.
You laughing before you tell the story.
T was blind, and like, so when you talk about having no privacy, there was always somebody at the house because T didn't go nowhere. Like, she just stayed in the house, which now that I think about that as an adult, I'm like, that was probably like so sad. Like, they should have took her more places. But anyways, you know, like you said, when you're a kid, you were sometimes scared of old people.
Mm-hmm.
And so T was blind, and as a child, I used to like try to see if she could see me. But I really feel like
my God,
would be messing with me because like
I'm sure she was messing with you.
You know, I would just be like, all right, I'm gonna peek around the corner, I'm gonna go in her room, but I'm gonna be real quiet, and I'm gonna just be doing stupid stuff. But then there would be times where T would just be like, who's that? And I can't let the scream out because then I'm going to let her know it's me. But when she would do that, it would scare the piss out of me.
But your dumb ass would do it again. You would do it again.
Oh my God. So that was like traumatic.
Apparently you did that to yourself, sis.
I
You
did
did not learn your lesson.
I did. Because I used to be wondering as a kid, I'm like, can she really not see? Can she kind of see?
But she could talk, right?
Yeah.
So why didn't you ask her?
I don't know, because you be scared of old people.
The woman literally lived with you. At one point, you gotta get over this scared.
I know. But
How old were you?
But see, it was a lot.
Okay.
That whole situation was a lot. Because then she started, like, the older she got, because when I was young, she would be able to do a lot of stuff for herself, right? Even though she couldn't see, she could still fix herself meals. She could still get around the house. Like, that's why I would question,
Can she see?
can she see? Because I'm like, they say you can't see, but you in here fixing mashed potatoes. Like,
Partially.
How is this happening?
Well, I have a friend who has macular degeneration, so she can see. She's technically legally blind, but it's like looking through a pinhole, so everything has to be magnified. But she can see.
Yeah.
So maybe she has something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I was super young, but yeah. When she got older, it was. When she got older, all of like a lot of those things she used to be able to do for herself, she couldn't do. So like honestly, that was traumatic too, because I didn't know it at the time, but I was like a CNA, like when I was young. It's like I'm having to change diapers, give baths, like leave from my play dates early to make sure like she had food because both my parents worked. So yeah, like that was traumatic for me, and I probably didn't realize like the effect that had on me until probably like 4 or 5 years ago, to be honest with you. Like I was like, dang,
that's a lot of responsibility as a child to have.
Right. My therapist told me the same thing.
I'm telling you, therapist Kecia, I'm in session, baby.
Yeah, she was just like, that's like not normal for a child to have to do those things.
The most strenuous thing I had to do as a child was remember to have my key to get in the house.
Yeah, not me.
And then when I didn't have my key, my ass would sit in the front of the house and wait for mom and dad to get home. Just sit there. I'll go by my friend's house. You know what was really tough for us when I was young?
What?
Going by my friend's house and their mama had like, you know, I was always a sweet person, like cakes and cookies and stuff. And my mom used to always tell me, you better not ask for nothing unless they offer it to you.
Yeah.
I'm like, that cookie.
Look, my mama used to tell me all the time, like, she would have rules for me before I went to somebody's house. She'd always be like, don't overstay your welcome.
Yeah.
Don't take like any of the last of their food, the last of anything. If they don't offer it, don't ask. Right, that kind of
Please
stuff.
ask me.
Please ask
Please
me. Can I
ask
have
me.
this cookie? Look.
Oh man.
But yeah, and then I just feel like I was raised with anxiety. So I told you how like my mama slept with like the knife under her bed and stuff. Like she raised me to be like anxious and like worrisome. Like the things she would worry about sometimes, like I didn't realize other people didn't worry about that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm trying to think about, oh man, when me and my sister got into a fight and she pushed me down into a trunk.
So we get this.
Yes. And I swear she almost cracked my spine open. Oh my God. I just remember she pushed me down and I was like, ah! She like my whole back was like.
The first time I heard this story from Karen, I think it was on vacation. I was like, "Oh, what happened to your back?" And I know you're not supposed to ask people about stuff and stuff. And she told me the story. But I tell you, I laugh all day. Like if you're not watching the visuals, please go on YouTube. And if you have to fast forward to just this section, watch how funny it is.
But remember, I told you I don't even know like. Cause I don't remember it being like scraped, but then I couldn't see my back. I don't know,
girl.
But yeah, long story
funny.
short, I got a mark on my back that I think came from that. Cause it wasn't there.
Well, I didn't cover that. That's funny.
Yeah, that hurt, y'all. I ain't messing with my sister after. I was so mad at her. I was getting mad right now. That shit hurt so bad.
Me and my sister could not fight. Like we could not fight, we could not argue. That's your sister.
Yeah.
If it ain't nothing else in the world, that's your sister.
Yeah.
So we couldn't fight.
My parents tried that, but we still would be beefed out.
We would definitely be, you know, and I think it helped because we were so much closer in age.
Yeah.
Like, I will say that, you know, she had the birthday party, the surprise parties. I was like, give me the money.
Yeah.
So I had a birthday party. And it was an ice cream sandwich. I think that was one of them. I never had birthday parties. He put the ice cream cake in the refrigerator. And it melted.
Dang. And you said no more birthday parties.
I don't know. Like I just, you know how, and I hate this. If you have an older child and a younger child, usually people do everything for the older child because it's their first child. So the younger child just get like forgotten about.
Yeah.
And I think I kind of got used to that, just being like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. But now, as an adult, oh baby, you best believe we celebrate my birthday. Yeah. I want it all. But this was interesting.
Yeah.
This was funny.
It was.
You guys, you have any traumatic experiences as a childhood that kind of translate into an adult, or just some funny that happened to you when you was a kid? Please let us know. Go on our Facebook discussion board. Drop us a comment on Instagram, on TikTok. Twitter.
Not Twitter.
X. Oh my God. Why do you even change this? Because nobody's going to call it X. Like, it's just Twitter. It's Twitter. It's Twitter.
Is that even still a thing?
What?
Do people still tweet and all that?
Girls, yeah, people still tweet. They had something on that disturbing. Like, they didn't put it.
They got threads now.
You could put anything on tweet. Oh, threads. We have a thread. Yeah, we have a thread.
We do?
We do. Yeah, we have everything. I signed us up for everything. Maybe you can find us on all the social platforms.
Sis N Giggles.
Yes, Sis N Giggles. Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Toodaloo. See y'all next time.
Take care of yourselves.
Bye.